Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 45 of our RuneScape 2007 Road to 100 mil. As you can see, we just got 70 rune crafting, which isn't that big of a milestone. It is a big milestone because it's kind of cool, but there's really nothing cool about it other than we have 70 now. I do want to change up what we're going to be doing with runes, but we may do one more nature run at the end of this episode. I know I said that I'd be changing it up, but I may have lied. We may have one more run to go. Otherwise, I'm going to go sell these near 12,000 nature runes. It's going to bring us right up near 60 mil, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'm really bad at remembering how much money I had on me beforehand, so my guesses lately have not been too good. I've actually been getting used to rune crafting. It's been going a little bit quicker. I'm definitely averaging more like 2,000 an hour, where when we first were doing it, I was getting about 1,600 an hour. So the money is just getting better as we do it. And right now, nature runes are at a pretty good price, and they've been staying there, so that always helps too. Now that I'm at the Grain Exchange, I can sell these runes. Should make a pretty good profit. I also have this extra 12 essence that I didn't really calculate exactly how many I needed to get to 70, and that's what I wanted to start the episode on. So the extra 12 essence, I didn't do another trip. I just sold them. Not too big of a deal. I guess we could have made a little bit more profits, but I don't think we'll be too upset because when we put it in, we get to 59 mil, just about 60. Let's see how close we are. Ooh, only 320k to go. Alright everybody, at the beginning of this episode we're going to be doing this quest here. If you don't know what it is Druidic Ritual. We're going to be unlocking the herb lore skill, so we can do a little bit of herb lore today. I was going to do this early in the series, but I decided to push it back until right around now. So we're going to be getting a good amount of levels today because we're going to be mostly training herb lore to start, but we are going to make some profit from it. Do not worry, it's not going to be an entire training episode. This Druidic Ritual quest was really quick, took about 4 minutes. That's why I have the entire clip here fast forwarded, is because it didn't take too long to do it. You did have to buy, I think it was a raw bear meat, rat meat, chicken, and raw beef. You had to enchant them during the quest. You'll see why you need them, but those are the only items needed. That's the only requirement. The important thing is you unlock the herb lore skill and you get 3 herb lore from it. Generally, herb lore is known as more of an expensive skill to train, and it definitely is very expensive once you start to get to higher levels, if you want to get faster XP, that is. If you want slow XP, you can usually find a moneymaker to do it, which is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making money and getting a little bit of XP, and then eventually we're going to be making unfinished potions, which don't give you any XP at all, but we can make a pretty good profit from it. So it's really nice when we can turn a skill that you're supposed to spend a lot of money on into a moneymaker. Even if we're not going to be getting that much XP, it's definitely wouldn't be worth going all the way to 99 with. It's still kind of nice to be making money from it. Alright, there it is everyone. We now have 3 herb lore, and we can start training that. We're going to need to get up to 30, I believe, so it shouldn't take us too long. Alright everybody, what you're watching here is kind of a small montage of me training my herb lore to 30. I only did it by cleaning herbs. I started off obviously with Guam, then once I could get up to the Marintil, started cleaning those, and basically just cleaned the best herb I could until I got to 30. When we get to 30, I'll show you what we're doing then. This is a way to make profit, cleaning herbs, but not every herb does make a profit. You should be checking the prices beforehand. The only one that really made a profit that mattered was the Ronars. We made a decent amount of money from it, and you actually could make a couple 100k an hour doing it. Even though the XP rates are pretty bad with it, I have been thinking about that we're probably going to come back to cleaning herbs, because if we can make a decent amount of money from it, then I definitely would be willing to do it. It's nice to get a little bit of herb lore XP. Eventually, I would never want to clean herbs, to level up, because it would take forever and it would be ridiculous. But for these lower levels where it doesn't take that much XP to level up, it really doesn't feel as bad when you're only getting 30 to 40k XP an hour. Alright everybody, now that we've gotten 30 herb lore, we can make unfinished Ronar potions, which is what we're going to be doing next. I'm going to be buying the Ronars at about 500, I said at about. I'm buying about 500 Ronars a piece for, let's see how much money. I'm going to do 65.13 because that is the number that the OS Buddy Exchange is giving me. I don't like to do too many Ronars at a time. I know this will only take probably 15 minutes to do, but I don't like to do a lot of Ronars at a time because the prices are always changing pretty quickly. So whenever I do this, I make sure to keep a low amount on me at one time. I always like to have some buying too, which I will be doing once I can sell a few of these. If you always have some Ronars buying, then you don't have to wait as long for them to buy, which increases your profit per hour. I hope that makes sense because it's kind of logical. Like I said, these 500 really shouldn't take me too long, 15 minutes, maybe even closer to 10 if I really speed through it. So I will see you guys in just a second when I finished up all 500 of these unfinished Ronar potions. Alright everybody, we're on our last 10 Ronar potions here. It actually went really well. It was very quick, probably 13 minutes, 13 to 15. I say probably, you probably think I have no idea. I don't know exactly when I started. I kind of timed the first 3 loads and went with it. But it took about 13 to 15 minutes. I definitely could get over 2,000 of these an hour if I was really trucking. Probably even up to 2,500, but I don't know for sure yet because we've only done 500. And as long as these sell for a pretty decent price, then we should be getting a good profit from it. But of course, we'll have to wait and see what it's going to sell for. They don't sell right away, so I'm definitely willing to wait to make sure we get a good profit from it. Since I have those unfinished potions selling right now, I figured I should get some more Ronars buying. I'm going to get about 1,000 this time. Not about 1,000. I'm going to get 1,000 of them this time. And I'm going to make sure just to keep having at least about 500 of the potions selling and about 500 or more Ronar weeds buying. Like I said, I'm buying 1,000 this time, but then when I do 500, the numbers are all going to add up correctly, and it's going to be what we want. We've got 671 here that we can start with. That's not a bad deal. I'm glad those bought pretty quickly because we don't have to wait around now. That's definitely the biggest flaw with this method, is if you're not buying them quickly enough, you're definitely just waiting around most of the time. If you were only to do potions, like if you just had the supply of Ronars coming in and people just buying them from you immediately, you could make 600 or 700k an hour doing this, but if you're not buying them right, that's dropping down to 200 to 300k an hour. And 200 to 300k an hour is not too bad. I definitely like it, especially for the slight bit of AFK I get. These couple seconds here while we're making the potion is actually really nice for me. It definitely helps me out a little. This is something that I believe we're going to be revisiting in the future, but I'm not necessarily done this time. I want to get up to the 60 mil stacks. So I'm going to do this until I get 60 mil, and that is when I will see you next. Alright everybody, we have a few unfinished potions in here that have sold, and this should get us to a 60 mil stack as long as I've done my math correctly. And go ahead and get the game going here. There it is. Examine coins, just over 60 mil. Not too bad. Alright everybody, this is going to be the last clip of the episode. I have some pure essence here, 10,000 of them actually. I already had some in the pouch, that's why it didn't say exactly 10,000. I was going to be doing something other than nature runes, but I kind of blew it. I will explain how I blew it next episode. But for now, we're just doing nature runes in between episodes again. 10,000 of them this time. We won't make as much money, but we'll still make over 2 mil, which is always good, especially for an in-between episode. I did want it to be the last time we do natures was when we get to 70, but sadly we have one more thing in nature runes, which is not that big of a deal. When we move on from natures, we're really not changing what we're doing that much. We're just not making nature runes anymore. But I guess it's good. Nature runes are the better profit right now, and that's the overall goal, so it's not going to kill us to make a little bit of extra money. Otherwise, this really isn't going to get us to much of a rune crafting level. Probably get us to 71, I'm figuring. I didn't do the math on how much XP we're getting really at all, because I was expecting to be doing a different set of runes anyway, which, again, I will tell you guys next episode. Speaking of next episode, this is all we have time for this episode. I hope you guys had fun just like I did, and we will see you next time. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video and helping support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, we would appreciate it if you would hit that like button and tell us what you liked about it in the comments section below. If you're looking for more videos like this one, then go ahead and join the cul-de-sac by clicking that subscribe button, and follow us on Twitter at @TheEdBoys. All links are in the description.